Hello! Welcome back to my house, folks. My name is Juan. I am your group fitness instructor and your personal trainer. And hopefully you're here because you're ready for some awesome seniors fitness. Folks, in today's class, we will use our chair. We will use a pair of hand weights, a resistance band, and a ball. So, as far as equipment goes, we can be creative since we're at home. For your hand weights, if you don't have actual dumbbells, you can use 2 bottles of water, you could use 2 cans of food, anything that you're able to grip in your hands that adds a little external resistance. For your band, I know most of you have already received a band. If you don't have a band, you can do the exercises by just focusing on the areas that we're working and isometrically contracting. For the ball, since I know most of us don't have a ball at home, I'm included, I use a pair of tube socks. Roll them up into a ball shape. You want it to be small enough where you can hold it in one hand and have a little squish to it. Folks, if you don't have any equipment, don't worry. You can still do the entire class. Have fun with it with just your body weight. What I ask is that you first take a moment, just scan head to toe. How are you feeling? That was a question. How are you feeling? Great, me too. Folks, if there is any area that you know needs a little extra love, please give it to yourself. We always want to start with safety in mind. And if something doesn't feel right, that usually is a good indication that extra care is needed, okay? Let's have fun. Whether you want to be seated or if you want to be on your feet, let's all start with a light march. As we're marching our feet, I do want you to remember to minimize how much impact you're putting into the ground, because that impact will transfer right up into your joints. And we don't want to have achy joints later, right? Let's slow this march down, but make it much bigger. Increase your range of motion. So your knees are gonna come up to maybe about hip height. And bring it back to tempo. Again, we're going to slow it down. So when we slow it down, we do increase our range of motion. So it's equally just as much work, but now it requires more balance, maybe a little more strength. Let's bring it back to tempo. Let's take this march into some toe taps. Light taps right out front. How about we toe tap out to the sides? Tap out front. And bring it back into a march. Let's take this march into a wide leg march. So we're kind of sitting a little bit into it. We're recruiting a little more use of our hips here. Bring it right back to a standing march. Now I'd like you to bring your attention up to your upper body. Let's do some big shoulder rolls, up and back. Roll the shoulders up, push them back and down. Now take both arms all the way up, and then we extend all the way down. Again, we lift all the way up. Now, bring it back into a march. Take your legs out wide. Now we're going to add a little twist. Twist. So every time we twist, I want you to lift one leg, heel lift, so that way we allow our hips to move with us. Your arms are reaching across your chest. Now let's take our arms to reach up above our head. Reach, reach. Again, reach across your chest. Reach up. And bring it back into that march. Nice work, everybody. I'd like you to take 2 steps to your right, followed by 2 steps to the left. Let's keep this lateral movement. Maybe we add our arms. Bring it back to center and just march. Nice job, everybody. Let's switch this march into toe taps. Just tapping out front. Tap it laterally. Tap it out front. Nice work, folks. Big inhale up, big exhale down. Good. Hopefully our blood is flowing. Hopefully you're feeling warm and you're feeling ready to actually dive into the workout. As always, we are starting with our lower body circuit. For today's lower body circuit, I do have 3 exercises. We are going to finish with a balance activity. Yay! So just so that you're already mentally preparing yourself for that, I would like everyone to start on your seat. So we are going to sit on our seat. Let me lower this really quickly. Okay. I would like for you to be right at the edge of your seat. You're going to bring your legs to an externally rotated position. So when we sit more naturally, I guess, most of us sit and our legs are in front. I want you to, from the hip, externally rotate so your knees and your toes are pointing out at maybe about a 45-degree angle. Now, from here, we are going to stand. Keep your legs in this position. So, the exercise we're doing, it's called a sumo squat. So we're keeping our legs nice and wide. When we do squat, we're going to move from the hip. We're pushing our hips back. The the most important part of this movement is that you have to make sure that your knees and your toes are pointing in the same direction. So your toes are pointing out this way. That means your knees, when you squat, are going to go out this way, okay? We want everything aligned. The move, When you lower yourself, you push your hips back as if you're going to sit in the chair. It looks like that. Then you stand. Now, I never ever instructed that we're going to actually tap the chair. So it's not a requirement that you actually come all the way down and tap the chair. What is required is that you move from the hip and focus on keeping a nice flat spine. Let's go for 10. Hands go straight down. Let's go. Let's count them down from 10. We go 10. Squeeze it up. 9. 8. 7. I'm going to give you my profile. 6. Notice how my back stays nice and flat. 5. 4. My knees are also staying right above my shoe. 3. 2. One last one. Nice. So folks, if we did those correctly, you should have felt your glutes and you should have felt the front of your thighs, your quadriceps. Your lower back should not have been doing any of the work. So, I'm being very emphatic about that because if you did feel it in your lower back, then I do want you to take a moment and go through my checklist of what is proper form. I will repeat that checklist when we start the next round of this circuit, okay? So we're on to our next exercise, number 2. We're working outer hip. So we are working some hip abduction. We've done this before. We'll continue to add it in a lot. What I would like is for you to come right at the side of your chair. We're going to use the chair for balance, so you're just going to hold on here, putting all of your weight onto your left leg. Your right leg is going to abduct from your body, so you're lifting right out. Let's go. 10. 9. You want to make sure that on this move, your hip is not externally rotating. So the toes on both of your feet are pointing directly forward. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. Nice work. Take a moment. You should feel your outer hip on the right side and probably your whole hip on the left because our left leg is stabilizing, so it's doing a lot of work as well. Let's move over to the other side of our chair. So now, just to repeat, now all of our weight is on our right leg. We are holding onto the chair for balance. And the reason why I'm suggesting that we hold on, I don't want you to focus right now so much on balancing yourself. What I do want you to focus on is powering from the hip that's moving and maintaining proper form. So again, like I said before, both of your feet should remain parallel. Your toes are facing forward. So it's not this, right? Because when we externally rotate, that means our quadricep is doing the work. That's not what I want. I want you to feel it on the outside of your hip. Okay, let's do it 10 times. 10. 9. 5 remaining. Keep them strong. Keep them looking good. Here's 3, 2, last one. Nice. Well done. All right, take a moment for yourself. Maybe you might want to shift your weight to the left, Shift your weight to the right, just to kind of relieve any tension that we have in our hips. Okay, so now we're going to do a tall side lunge. I say tall because I want very minimal flexion in your knee, right? I want it to be more about the hip. So you're going to step out into a lunge. I'm pushing my hips back, right? Let me show you from my profile. I step out, I push my hips back. My back stays flat. Notice this knee is bent very little, and also notice how it stays above my shoe. I'm not out here. I'm keeping the movement up in the hip. Okay, so I'm going to come down into my side lunge. I'm going to pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the balance. Stand up, bring that knee up with you. Ooh, you saw how I had to tap down. It's okay if you have to tap. All right, bring it down. Other side. Side lunge. 4 pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring this knee up. So stay. You see that? I keep having to tap down. I'm glad that that's happening. All right, bring it down. So, when we perfect it, we won't have to tap down. I should say, if we perfect it, right? Okay, we're back here. 4 pulses, driving that knee up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee up, hold. Good. Other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee up, hold. Oh. One side is always a lot more stable. Good. A few more on each side. Let's go ahead. Lunge out to your left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive that knee up. Left knee comes up to stay. Good. All right, we're going to lunge out to the right. 4 pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see that beautiful right knee come up to stay up. Good. Awesome. How about one more on each side? Let's go lunge out to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee comes up. We hold it. Yay. Okay. Right side, then we move on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right knee up. Woo! Good job. All right. Maybe a small step touch. Do something, some kind of active recovery, right? Okay, we're back to the top. Sumo squats. I promised that I would recap or repeat the form instructions. I want your legs wider than hip distance apart. Hips are here, right? So my feet are further out. Now, I have slight external rotation in my hip, which means my toes are slightly externally rotated, and my knees are going to face in the same direction. When I squat down, I'm pushing my hips back. So it looks like that. Pushing them back. This way you can keep a nice amount of length in your spine. Come on up. We have 10. Your hands can go either on your hips, you can hang them straight down, Or if you want to add a little resistance, maybe now is where we grab a weight. You can hold one weight in both hands and keep your arms straight down in the center. You pick what you want, but let's get ourselves in position. We're going to push our hips back as we squat low. Let's go for 10. 10. Squeeze the glutes on your way up. 9. 8. 7. Notice how my arms are just hanging. I'm not lifting from my arms at all. There's 5. 4. 3. 2. One last one. Nice work. If you have a weight, release the weight. Good job, everybody. You should, again, repeat, you should have felt those in your glutes. A little quadriceps, but mainly glutes, because we're moving primarily from our hips. Come over to the right side of your chair. Using our chair for balance, let's go for that good old hip abduction. Right leg, we're lifting straight out. And before we do, where are your toes pointing? I didn't hear you. Where are your toes pointing? Forward. Forward. They're pointing towards your television. They're pointing towards me. Okay? Because I want you to work from your outer hip. It's called your gluteus medius. Okay, let's go for it. Right side. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One last one. All the way up. Squeeze and release. Nice job. Left side, please. Oh, sorry. Woo! That was loud. Okay, now that we're all have that little shocking squeaky noise to make sure that we're all wide awake. Left leg, please. Toes are pointing to me. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Nice work. Okay, folks. Push your hips side to side. Do whatever you need to do to get a little relief. And we're going to begin lunging out to the right. 4 lunges or 4 pulses, 1 knee straight up. Right side. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring that knee up. Ooh. You saw that, right? I had to tap down. That's good though, because it is as much as an exercise for our physical body, it's really good exercise for our neurological body. Because our brain is scrambling to figure out, how do I manipulate this body to stabilize us so we don't fall? So if you do lose your balance, at least we know that our neurons are firing, right? We're learning things. We're making new connections. Let's lunge out to the left. 4 pulses. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring that left knee up. Good. Okay, right side again. Lunge. Pulse. 2, 1, right knee, bring it up. Good. We're going to lunge out to the left. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee, bring it all the way up. Good. One more right and one more left. Then we move on. Okay, right side, lunge it out. 4, make sure that you're pushing your hips way back. 3, 2, 1. Right knee, bring it up to stay up. Good. Okay, left side, let's do it. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Left knee, bring it up. Well done. How'd you do? Amazing? I hope. Good. Folks, take a moment. Grab your water if you need it. Catch your breath. Let's repeat all 3 of those one final time. So remember, when we do our sumo squat, wide legs, externally rotating from the toe, knee, and hip, and you're hinging back using your hips. Your hips are a bigger hinge. We're going to use larger muscles, right? And it's also going to alleviate any annoyance in our knees, and that's really the #1 goal. Okay, grab your weight if you're using your weight. If you're not using your weight, don't worry about it. We're going to let it hang right down the center of our body. Nice wide feet. Let's do 10. Here we go. 10. Pushing your hips way back. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Hold it down. Very, very slowly bring it up. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice work. Whew. Ah. Catch your breath. That was a big move. Coming back to the right side of your chair, keeping both feet parallel to one another. Let's lift our right leg out 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 3, one last one. Well done. Left side, please. Let's finish strong. 10. 8. 6. 4. 2. One last one. Nice. Ah. How are those outer hips feeling? Let's shift our weight to the right so we get a little stretch here. Now shift your weight to the left. Little stretch here. Good. Okay, we have those lunges. Remember, they're not very deep. They're pretty shallow, so our knees aren't flexing that much, but we are moving from the hip, pushing them way back. Step out into a lunge position on the right. Pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right knee up to hold it. Well done. Left side, step out into the lunge. Pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee, bring it up. Nice. Right side. 4, 3, 2. Right knee, come bring it up. Stay. Good. Left side, let's do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee, all the way up. Good. I wonder, are you getting better at these? I really, really hope that the answer is yes. I hope that you're seeing improvement already. Let's repeat right and then left and we'll be done. Let's go. Lunge, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg, bring that knee up. Good. Now that we're here, don't bring it down. Can you hold it up? What happens if you close your eyes? All right, open them. Bring that foot down. That was just mean. I know. I know. All right, we have the left side. Let's lunge. Pulse. 4, 3, 2. That left knee is coming straight up. We're going to hold it. Woo! Maybe we're going to hold it. Okay, there we go. Stabilize. Close your eyes. Open. All right, release. Good. Well done. Folks, I think that was enough on our hips. Now is a really good time to grab your water. Maybe we shift our weight side to side. Give yourself a little active recovery, but give yourself a little break. Hopefully we are feeling ready to go. Our hips are probably still feeling a little fatigued. Why not work them out a little bit? We have a fun upper body circuit. I hope that you are ready. Okay, folks. First exercise, we're focusing on our chest. We're focusing a little on our shoulders and a little on our biceps. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by grabbing our ball. Now, like I said in the beginning of class, if you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. For my friends who don't have a ball, what you're going to do is you're going to place your hands together like in prayer position. If you have your ball, hands are still going in your prayer position, but the ball is going right in between the palms of your hands. Now, we're applying inward pressure onto the ball or into our palms. So the minute we do that, we feel our chest, shoulders, and biceps tense up. From here, all I want you to do is start with your hands right in front of your sternum, and you're gonna press straight out, extend your arms straight out. The whole time applying that inward pressure. Really squeeze on the way out. Inhale as you bring that back towards your body. Exhale as you extend those arms out. So a lot of this move really relies on you applying that inward pressure, right? You're squeezing your hands together. Let's go 3 more. 3, 2, 1 last one. Nice work. All right. Shake it out. So, like I said, It's a lot for your chest, it's a lot for the internal deltoid, and it's a lot for your biceps, right? Now, obviously, like any exercise, there is a way to cheat, right? You could easily just hold your hands together, not applying any inward tension or pressure, right? If you just place your palms here and you're going in and out, sure, you're going through the motions, but you're not really getting any benefit. So that's where you come in. You get out of the workout exactly what you put into it. Remember, I love you, but sometimes a little tough love is good, right? Because I know I've been a trainer for 2 decades. There are several of us who, if we can, we're just going to pretend like we're doing the work, and then we're going to wonder why we don't get anything out of it. Yeah? All right. Enough of that. Moving on. So now we're going to work more of the greater deltoid. So I would like for you to reach for your hand weights. Whatever you're using for your hand weights. I've got my dumbbells. Now, please remember, if your weights are on the floor, when you're going down for them, you want to, if you're up on your feet, you're going to squat first, lean into your thighs, keep your head above your heart, and then reach down, yeah? Or you could always have a seat and then carefully bend down for them. Both weights in our hands. We start with a neutral spine, chest is lifted, weights down at the sides of our body. We're going to lift out laterally. Bring the weights in. Take them back out and release down. Again, we go out, in, back, down, out, in, back, down. Well done. Keep going. Out, in, back, down, out, in, back, down. We're halfway. Take a quick moment to yourself. Maybe your shoulders are burning. We have 5 more reps. I want you to quickly check in with yourself. Doing these with your weight, does it feel too heavy? If it does feel too heavy, finish the next 5 without the weight. I don't mind. If it doesn't feel too heavy, then hopefully by the time we're done with the next 5, you're going to feel a little bit of something. Let's go. Out, in, back, down. Out, in, back, down. 3 more. Out, in, back, down. 2 more. Out, in, back, down. Last one, coming up. Out, in, back, and down. Nice work. Let's place these weights on the top of our chair. Good. Give yourself a little active recovery. Maybe we roll our shoulders up and back. Maybe we alternate the shoulder rolls. Maybe we want to alternate rolling our shoulders forward. You pick whatever feels better for you. Do that. And let's grab our resistance band. Still focusing on that joint. So now we're working the posterior side, so the back side of our deltoids. I would like you to grip the resistance band at about shoulder distance apart. Arms are at full extension in front of our body. Focusing all of our attention on the area in between our shoulder blades, I want you to pull the band apart and really squeeze through our upper back. We're really trying to target and focus the posterior deltoid, the rhomboids, the trapezius muscles. Really strong, strong, strong upper back. Let's do it 10 times. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Slowly, very, very slowly releasing back to the neutral or the starting position. Again, big, powerful separating of the band, and very, very slowly bringing our hands back. Let's go. Separate. Slowly bringing it back. When you have the bands are stretched out at your maximum point, please try to keep your arms in that T position. And don't forget, I want the majority of the time that your muscles are under tension to be in this negative work, returning back to the front. How about 3 remaining? 3. 2. 1 last one. Nice. Release those arms down. Again, alternating shoulder rolls to offer some relief. Good. Folks, we're going to reach down and grab our ball. Now, before we start the circuit again, I want you to hold the ball in your right hand. All we're going to do is squeeze and release. Little pulses. So now we are actively trying to focus on our grip strength. Little squeezes here. Now obviously not everybody's hands like to really grip anything, so I want you to squeeze as tight as you're comfortable squeezing. If you don't have a ball, you're just going to make fists and just squeeze your fists. All right, let's bring the ball into our left hand. Same thing, squeeze. Little pulses, that's all I'm asking for. Nice work. Okay, now we are going to restart the entire circuit. So remember, we started with that press where we have our arms pressing straight out, and the whole time both of our hands are squeezing towards each other. Some of us did the first set with just our hands. Some of us did the first set with our sock ball. Here's another option. If you have a hand weight and it has flat edges, like if you have a can of food or if you have a dumbbell, you can hold it in the palms of your hands and you still are squeezing inward. So not a required option, but it is an option. So if you want to take that, if you want to try to progress the exercise a little bit, here's an option. Either way, with just your hands, with your ball, or with some type of external resistance, let's all begin with the weight in front of our sternum. Press all of our might, applying inward pressure between the palms of our hands, and extend straight out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 last one. Make it your best. Nice work. Okay. Whatever you had in your hands, release that. I like to roll through my wrists. Maybe roll in the opposite direction. Okay, so we have those shoulder exercises. Out, in, back, down. Here's where you get to pick. Do you want to use the same hand weights you used before? Do you want to do them without the hand weight? You pick whatever you want to do, but let's do it. And I hope you notice how I am stalling a little bit because I'm trying to give you a moment to catch your breath and probably more importantly to mentally prepare. I realize it's a big, big ask, but we've got to do it. It's good for us. Starting with a neutral spine, chest is lifted, weights are at the sides of your body, or I should just say arms are at the sides of your body because some of us are choosing not to use weight. We lift laterally, out. We go in, back, down. Out, in, back, down. Out, in, back, down. 5 more. Hang in there. Again, it's out, in, back, down. 3 to go. Out, in, back, almost there. Out, in, back, down. Last one. Out, in, back, and down. Well done. Let's place these weights onto our chair. Just give yourself a moment to recover. At this point, my shoulders are feeling a little how my arms look, kind of like Jell-O. Okay, we have our upper back. Grab your band. So for this round, rather than focus on the eccentric load, which is the negative work, I'm going to ask that you just make your tempo even. So it's a 2 count positive work, really flexing through your back, 2 count, return back to starting, negative work, right? But because I am making it even, my suggestion is maybe we try to make the resistance a little heavier. How do we do that? Rather than grab the band where we had it originally, wider than shoulder distance, maybe you grab it less than shoulder distance, or maybe you fold your band in half so that you are doubling the distance and then do start at shoulder distance apart. You pick. You pick. If you don't want to change anything from the way you did it the first time, fine. I can't see you anyway, right? Okay, arms are extended out front, focusing all of your attention on your upper back area right in between your shoulder blades. Let's do it. Pull the band. Open. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Woo! Last one. Come on. Shh. Nice work. I think we're all going to feel these tomorrow. Okay, band comes on the back of our chair. Please grab your ball. Let's start on the left side. Just squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Working that grip strength. Let's go ahead and take that ball in our right hand. Same thing, just squeezing. Now the point in me adding this exercise is not only to strengthen our grip, which all of us can benefit from having a little stronger grip, but also I just want you to give your shoulders a chance just to not do anything. You're welcome. Oh boy. Okay. This is our final set of these exercises. Yay. After this we get to recover and just take a break, right? So, with that press, either we're using our sock ball, we're using our hands, or we're using a hand weight. You pick. I do want you to really make this one your best one, so focus all of your attention on squeezing your palms together as you press out, and you feel the tension in your chest, shoulders, and biceps, yeah? Let's do it. Starting with our hands in front of our sternum, let's do 10 repetitions. We press out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! Last one. Well done. Good. Give yourself a moment, catch your breath. Okay. Shoulder work. If the last set you did not use any external resistance, maybe on this one you will use some. Maybe you'll use some for only half of it. Whatever, maybe you won't use any. That's okay too. Pick your poison, whichever feels best for you right now. Arms are at the sides of our body. Let's lift. Out, in, back, down. Out, in, back, down. We have 5 remaining, folks. Last 2. Last one. Come on, let's do it. Ha. Nice. Okay. Let's find that active recovery. Shoulders come up and back. Maybe shoulders come up and forward. Whatever feels good for you. Grab your band. This one will be dealer's choice. You get to pick your grip. You get to pick how heavy or how light. What I do want you to ensure is that you keep really, really beautiful form. So when your arms pull that band apart, They stay in that perfect line, making a nice capital T. Let's start. Arms are extended in front of our body. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last one. That was a lot, I admit, but the hard part's done. Let's grab the ball for one final set of just hand gripping exercises. This time I'm passing it off, side to side, squeeze, squeeze. All right, folks, all of the hard work, well done, but it's done. So now we get to recover. What I would like is for all of us to, if you have your weight on the chair, go ahead and move them off of your chair so that we can find a comfortably seated position. Let's bring ourselves right to the front edge of our seat. Sitting here at the edge of our seat, nice, wide, solid foundation in our lower body. Hands are on top of our thighs. Please take a deep breath here. With the exhale, I want you to drop your chest towards the floor. As you inhale, push off of your thighs, round your back. Inhale, nice and slow as you come up. Again, exhale down towards the floor. Inhale, roll it up. One more. Exhale down. Inhale, roll it up. Keeping your legs where they are, I would like you to inhale, both hands come all the way up. Exhale, twist your torso so that you bring your upper body facing the right side of the room. We're holding ourselves in this position. With each breath, see if you can twist a little further. Big inhale, arms come up, face me. Exhale, arms come down. Again, inhale, arms up. With the exhale, twist your body. You're going to face the right or the left side of the room. With each breath, see if you can twist a little further. Inhale, both arms come straight up. Face me, exhale, arms come down. Keeping your hands on the sides of your chair, just roll your shoulders up, push them back and down. Let's take our right arm out to the side, palm is facing forward. Now we're going to bring that arm towards the center of our body, past the center of our body. Keep that shoulder from lifting. And with your left hand, gently pull that right arm even further towards the left. Try to focus on keeping the shoulder from lifting. This way you get more of a stretch on the back of the right shoulder. And release. Left arm comes out. Palm starts facing forward. Now let's bring that left arm towards the center, past the center. Right hand grabs the back of your left arm, pull. Don't lift your left shoulder. I want you to focus on trying to really get that stretch on the back of your left shoulder. And release. Folks, big inhale, arms come up again. Exhale, extend your arms out to the sides. I want you to bring them, rest both of your hands on the small of your back. Now, pressing the tops of your hands into the small of your back, I want you to pull your shoulders back, pull your elbows back, push your chest forward. Look up. And release. Bring yourself to neutral. Hands come back onto your thighs. Take a few breaths. Now, place both of your hands stacked right above your sternum. Keeping your hands stacked, I want you to extend your arms out front, but flip your palms. So now your palms are pushing away. As you do, I want you to feel your upper back round, hollowing out. Take your chin, tuck it down onto your chest, and really push those arms away. Hollow out your back. And release, come back to neutral, good. Folks, let's shift our weight side to side. Okay, folks, from here, I would like everyone to cross your right leg over your left. Now, not everybody's hips like to be in a fully flexed position. So if your hips don't like it, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left, here. If your hips don't mind, then you're going to take your right ankle over your left knee. Please note, I gave you two options. I want you to pick the one that works for you and your hips. I don't know how you're feeling. Not everyone's hips work not everyone's hips are happy to work in this position every day, right? They're temperamental, I get it. So pick what works for you. Now, whether you're down here or you're up here, I'd like you to start to hinge from the waist, just kind of lean into your lap. Feeling the stretch on the right side, the right hip. Push yourself up, uncross the leg, cross the left over the right, whether that's ankle over ankle or ankle over knee. You pick. Now, hinging from the waist, we lean forward. Go ahead and push yourself up, uncross the legs. Folks, we did it. Congratulations on an amazing class. It was a lot of work. Let's all take one big breath. Both hands are going up to prayer as we inhale. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Please join me in making a heart. I leave you with my love and my respect.